Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you so much for joining us. And joining us from Rouses, our favorite dietitian, April Sins. Hello, April.
Hello, Keith. How are you today?
I am well, thank you. Boy, you got ingredients in hand, ready to get
Yeah.
started. I love it. You got some
Um,
wonderful seafood options for us today. Tell us what we're doing today.
yeah. So I am so ready to cook this because this is so good and so easy and convenient. We're featuring Rouse's frozen shrimp. And, I love Rouse's frozen shrimp because I can combine it with my Rouse's olive oil and I could cook it in no time. I call it fast food from the freezer. Okay.
Fast
So
food
it's
from the
so
freezer.
simple and so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love to keep the Rouse's frozen shrimp in the freezer and have it ready to go. So I'm always grabbing a bag of it every time I make a shopping trip at Rouse's. And so today we're going to make a shrimp stir fry. So what I'm doing is I'm adding my Rouse's olive oil, and I've actually pre-cooked the shrimp so that way it can make it a little bit faster for the demonstration.
Okay.
But you could totally cook the shrimp in the pan. But you do want to, if you cook the shrimp in the pan, you want to make sure that you remove the liquid. So whenever you're cooking it from frozen, some of that liquid's going to come off, and it's going to add, if you were going to looking for a nice like shrimp seafood gravy or something like that, or a stock, that's a great way to get it. But for the stir fry, you can cook the shrimp and you can set it aside and then come back to the stir fry. So what I'm going to be adding with my Rouse's olive oil is some beautiful, colorful peppers. And I took the easy route. I just grabbed the fresh cuts. You could totally grab all of your whole peppers and cut them up if you want to. And but I like this because it has a little bit of everything in it, and I love the colorful aspect of it as well.
That's
So
awesome.
one thing that I love about the Rouse's frozen shrimp is that it's a lean protein, and so it makes it really easy to get your protein source. And not only that, it's just super convenient. So what I'm doing is I have that in here. I'm also going to add in some fresh asparagus. Now I chopped them up into some smaller pieces to add this up to add this to the dish to cook it and get it softened up. And I need a little bit more of my olive oil. What we're also going to be adding in here is a little bit of garlic and some snow peas.
Ooh.
And the snow peas, I'm going to show you those. I grabbed those really easily from the Rouse's produce department as well. And it's already in a bag ready to go. You can also find some of these items in the frozen section at Rouse's too, if you like to get the frozen vegetables to put into your stir fry. And then there's also like stir fry mixes and stuff like that.
Right.
So very, very easy dish to combine. Now, while that's cooking, I want to tell you about what I'm going to put this over. So I'm actually going to be putting this over some Parish rice. So Parish rice is actually grown right outside of Lafayette. And so it's a local rice. But one thing that I love about it, it tells you right on the package, it has 53% more protein in it. It also has a low glycemic index, and it's local. So if you're not a big brown rice fan, then I say, grab some Parish rice because this is sort of like a replacement for your brown rice because it actually just tastes and looks just like white rice. And you cook it. I use my rice cooker. If you like to cook it over the stove, you cook it just like you cook your regular rice. So it was actually studied at LSU for the health, different attributes about it and everything. And so we have it right there on the shelves at Rouse's. All right. Do you hear that sizzling and popping? It
I
is
just
smelling and
do.
looking so good.
I was going to tell you, I can see the smoke, I can hear the popping, but my senses, I can almost smell it cooking. Like when you're cooking those fresh vegetables, you can just hear that sear, and you can smell those fresh vegetables cooking. I can almost smell it from here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you like smell it, right? So I'm going to add a little bit of some low sodium soy sauce.
Okay.
And, we're going to add that for some flavor in there. We're also going to be adding in that garlic I was telling you
Right.
about and a little bit of light brown sugar.
Oh,
And if you use like a sugar alternative instead, you can do that as well. And so you just make that. And then I want to show you. The shrimp. Okay, so I pre-cooked these shrimp, but look how pretty they are. They look
You,
so good. That's frozen shrimp. These are Gulf shrimp that are frozen, and they go great in any dish. I
that
mean, if you're going to make a gumbo or a stew or
right.
anything like that, Rouse's frozen shrimp,
Yeah.
super easy go to.
That perfect
One thing I
opaque
wanted to
color,
tell
right?
y'all.
The opaque color of the shrimp lets
Oh
you know
yeah,
that they're done and that is the color.
yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful shrimp.
Okay,
One thing I
good.
wanted to tell y'all about is DoorDash. It's a new program that we have partnered with Rouses, and so you can or actually order from Rouses on DoorDash. So what DoorDash is usually people will use that for like one or two things that maybe they either forgot. Like, say you're cooking and you forgot you get this beautiful dish, you forgot the rice. So you can order something through DoorDash, and they can get it at Rouses. Or maybe you're craving something and you just don't feel like leaving the house, or something like that. So it's really cool. So if you use DoorDash, you can look for Rouses on that application. But also, don't forget that we have the Rouses order online, and you can pick up your groceries as well. So super convenient. Another thing I like to use that online order is for my making a list.
Uh,
Hey, look at this. Look at this stir fry. Doesn't
uh,
that look gorgeous?
you've done it again, April. You've made Aaron and I very, very hungry, and it's beautiful. So, what a great option over that parish rice stir fry with
Yeah.
some beautiful Gulf shrimp, all from Rouse's. April, we
Yeah.
cannot thank you enough for doing this for us and getting us hungry to eat something healthy again today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Keith.
All right. And that will do it for this particular edition of Eat Right with Rouses. Don't go anywhere. I like my local programming right here on HTV.